Hello, my friends. Welcome again to 100K Club AI. So, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the tools that are going to be most relevant and specific to the training that you learned today. So, if you missed yesterday, what we looked at was the opportunity map builder, which basically allowed you to find the topic, the audience, the problem, the desired outcome, and basically the opportunity. And essentially, we went through that yesterday and we talked about how you don't start with the product, you start with the problem. Okay, you start with the problem. When you have the problem, you understand that correctly. Creating the actual products is very, very easy. So today what we're going to talk about is the main theme of the training today, which was that the money is in specificity. So you don't need to know how to get specific. That's exactly what this is for, and it'll basically tell you the answer. So you can be as broad and generic as you like. Input the simple, broad and generic questions, and it'll make them specific for you. So I'll just show you exactly what I mean here. So what topic are you interested in? So you could just say manifestation as an example, obviously. You could, who would you like to help? So you can just be like busy mums. What's the biggest challenge or frustration that you've noticed in this space? Let's see here. You could go with a couple of these. Maybe we could say low confidence, loneliness, and feeling stuck. What personal experience do you have with this topic? You could just say, I'm a mom of 3. Okay, so you would obviously answer this however you like, but the point is that this is called the specificity finder. It's going to actually help find the specific outcome for you, even though the inputs you give are generic. So you can just come here and say manifestation, I want to help mums. Mums feel stuck and lonely, and I'm a mum. Basically, that's all you need, right? And just click generate. Okay, so we have got some outputs here. So the first thing basically is the statement here. I help busy mums who are burned out, disconnected, and quietly wondering, is this it? Rediscover that their sense of self and start creating life that they actually feel is like theirs again. And then it just goes on to explain the ideal customer, the avatar. She's a mom of 2 to 3 kids, somewhere between 28 and 42. She loves her family, but somewhere between the school runs, the mental load, and always being needed for everyone else, she's lost the thread to back herself. She's not in crisis, she's just flat, tired in a way that sleep doesn't fit. So obviously, these are again very, very good, basically just ways of describing the ideal customer that we'll use when we go to create our sales pages and stuff like that, which I'll show you guys how to do over the next couple of days. So the product ideas, just a few here. We've got a digital download, basically a PDF workbook. It's a 30-day manifestation practice for moms who've lost themselves. A mini course. The working title is More Than Mum. Manifest the life you stopped letting yourself want. So that's pretty good. So I like the look of that one. An opportunity here for a group community monthly membership. The Reconnected Mum Collective, also very good. Really like that one. Then we just got some more information here. Just basically giving some things about exactly how you go about creating it and what will be the next steps. But the point is that you want to look for something that captures your attention from the outputs that it gave you. For me, the one that captured my attention, I really like this one. I think this is really good. So I'm going to copy this one. And then what I want to show you next is, so obviously we've got the output for something specific, but the second important point I should say, after you found something specific, is basically what we described in the title of one of the presentation slides, which is that you don't need a whole bunch of ideas. You need one good idea, and that one good idea can actually become an entire business, right? Once you understand the core problem, creating the products is very, 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 very easy. Like obviously for us to create e-guides, courses, programs, it's all based around the same topic. It's all based around the same core idea, serving the same target audience and ideal customer. The problem is still the same, okay? The only thing we're doing is we're repackaging, reframing the different products that we create, and we create them in different formats: e-guides, audio programs, mini courses, workshops, coaching programs, and all that sort of stuff, okay? So what you can do is head back to the tools section, and for the next just quick thing I want to show you, just because again I want to make it relevant to the training you learned today, is the one-to-many expander. Okay, this one here, the one-to-many expander. And what it's going to do, it's actually going to do what I just showed you there in the slide deck, which was how do you take that one core idea, that one core problem, and actually turn it into an entire business by creating a series of different products that identify what the problem is and serve that same ideal client and target audience. So for example, this one here, what's your product idea? So I would actually copy in the one that we liked from the specificity finder, right? This one caught my attention. Obviously, when you do this for yourself, you're going to get different outputs that's going to be relevant to your own niche. But the point is you want to just capture whatever captures your attention. You're like, okay, I think I like that. Bring that into here, bring that into the one-to-many expander. It's going to actually show you how to take that topic, expand it to create multiple different products. So the second question is, what problem does it solve? Basically, I would say a couple of these. Who's it for? I'd just say busy mums. Easy peasy. So let me just click generate. Okay, so it's generated the output here, the one-to-many product ladder, and what it's actually going to do is going to take that exact idea that you liked, right? Remember from the specificity finder that I showed you, where you just want to look for an idea that captures your attention. In the case that that we found, it was the more than mum. When I saw that, I was like, okay, that's a pretty interesting idea. How do we kind of expand that? So with that more to one, we can have very different products, different formats, but all based around the same theme, serving the same target audience. So the first one, the More Than Mum Reset, it's a 7-day clarity journal. Maybe you could charge $17, right? And it explains here what it delivers, who's it for, how to package it. The second one, we could go with the Identity Reset, and this is a 21-day manifestation challenge. So maybe with this one, it's going to be $97. Okay, so we have a low ticket product, a simple PDF workbook, $17. Again, based around the same theme. So if someone were to purchase this, then you could then offer them as an upsell something that's $97, and this one would be a 21-day manifestation challenge. Basically, a simple, short daily video series. So every day you create a 5-minute or a 10-minute video, do that for 21 days, and you got a product, right? Super, super simple. And then a core offer is, so after they've bought the $97 one, then maybe you could offer them something else. Maybe they might want something like a $397 product, and this one's going to be more of like a flagship course, right? Where it's a little bit deeper, going more into the content. The lessons might go, instead of being a 5-minute lesson, it might be a 15-minute lesson, that kind of thing. You're really, expanding it, going deeper, and you're going to include things like video modules, workbooks, guided meditations. Maybe you want to include a community. Okay, so it's giving you all these things. The tool here, the specialized AI, it understands what the difference is between something like a PDF workbook and something like what you would get in a core offer. Okay, a core offer is something that would include the different formats, right? So as you guys know, digital products, you have things that you can read, things that you can listen to, you can have community, you can have things that you can watch. So you've got video modules, workbooks, guided meditations, and community. It's those different formats that add that premium experience where you can charge something like $397, but it's all based around that same initial input that you originally gave it, that we found in the specificity finder, which is, in this example, the More Than Mum idea, right? And then finally, you can have a premium experience, right? Where you could offer something, maybe it's like $2,000, maybe it's more like an 8-week coaching program, okay? Something like, you can imagine like a growth house. You got bi-weekly, you can do sessions. You could even do some one-on-one sessions, stuff like that. You could have like Voxer support, if you're familiar with that. It's basically an app, and you can speak to your customers and clients on audio, right? So it adds that premium experience. So what it's done here in this one-to-many expander, it's built out your whole entire product suite. Like obviously there's just three examples, but you can see, just obviously if you've been following us for a while, how one idea, one problem, you can build an entire product suite and business around that. And with this tool, it's just done this for you, right? Super, super easy. So just wanted to show you that, just the tools that are specific for today's training, which was the specificity finder and also the one-to-many expander. And then we'll go over some more of these tools tomorrow. All right, guys, hope you've had fun.